today. It's Madden NFL football. It's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Houston Texans taking on the Denver Broncos.
And we are underway from Houston. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
Definitely productive, including scoring his 14th touchdown of the season last week. It's going to be fun to watch the matchup now because of the end zone. So if you're a defender, what's your job? Keep him out.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. The Broncos at 5-9 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Catch made right side by Wilson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Looking to throw. Stout. Throwing middle, and it's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He's going to try and take off with it. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Stout finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Monk, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. Three and a half to go, first quarter. So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
On 1st down, Branch. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Stout. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Stout. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Denver's offense ready to go again. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. They'll run on first down. Monk. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. They'll try the left side. Monk, he'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Here's Griffin on the catch. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Houston set to take over. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. From the gun on 3rd down. Stout, and that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 2nd and 1. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. He's got room at the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield, instead checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8. They run again with Jackson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They're going to look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Monk, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Out to his left. Wide open receiver, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off play action. Stout. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking middle, and that's complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll try the left side. Monk. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. Defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Monk, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Griffin. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter, because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And the Broncos, as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Up the middle they go. Monk. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Looking to throw on second down. Stout. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw on third down. Stout. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back to throw. Stout. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. To throw on second down. Stout throwing middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call. You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And this one is right through, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On second down, Whitlock, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Operating from the gun. Stout. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Whitlock. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Branch trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Stout. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
But when we see the ball tipped in the air, sometimes we get a little roll change, don't we? Because when it's in the air, sometimes the defensive back becomes the receiver, and in this case, the receiver looked like a defensive back, but ended up a receiver.
He caught it as a receiver. Hey, it worked out.
Worked out really well for them, but I'm telling you, the defensive guys,
frustrated.
Oh, frustrated. They're going to catch it in film. Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Back to throw. Stout. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Griffin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Goes right back to him. It's Griffin again. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Down inside the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he gets it down to the 32. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw here. And it's a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on 1st down. Monk, and he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Monk, and he's going to be met at about the 43. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Griffin. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Griffin. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. Listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. On 3rd down, Stout. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Whitlock. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to flash together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Has it left side. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. On second down now. Monk, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Griffin. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Up the middle they go. Monk. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Monk. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 129 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Toss play to Jackson. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. And it's caught. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jackson will score. Touchdown, Broncos. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Branch.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
10 more there and another first down. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the fourth quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
On first and 10, Stout finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Looking to throw on second down. Stout.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
The Texans on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Stout dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a design safety blitz. I think he was just going off instinct.
I love the way you described that because I'm thinking along with you. I'm not sure that was designed that way, but he saw an opportunity, gambled a little bit, and made it pay off.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Operating from the gun. Stout. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Buying time to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Stout. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on 1st down. Monk. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for the Broncos, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Houston,